Legends, inspirations, all naturals. Anyone can do the impossible.
Hello everybody, I'm your host Shabazz Ross, and today we're going to be experiencing the many wonders of Cartoon Network. This here is chronologically the birthplace of my idea of becoming the creator of an animated series to go along with my dream job of voice acting. It's challenging where to start at, either Nickelodeon, Disney, Pixar, etc., so Cartoon Network is what I chose first. Just because of the many different feels I've had watching their programs. Now, let's get on our way. We start off with one of the first and original Cartoon Network shows, as well as the many characters to become iconic, Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory. Sure, this was one of those shows I remember watching little of, like Cow and Chicken and the Powerpuff Girls, but it's still a classic. If only we had all had the chance to go back in time and just experience the many wonders his lab gave us, with his parents still being unaware of the joy that he held dear to us. John and Bravo, a mixture of Elvis, Hercules, and apparently Dumb and Dumber, simply due to the fact that there's a million reasons why I watched little of this show too. The eponymous character has such a weak game with ladies that my own game back in elementary school looks even much more better, since I always knew what was right and what was wrong to say to them ladies. Courage the Cowardly Dog. This used to be considered one of the funniest shows I've ever seen. And it still is, but one thing I didn't like about it was Eustace's mistreatment of Courage. Sure, it was pretty creepy, freaky, and disturbing from time to time, but rewatching would make you feel way enthralled and ready for danger, nonetheless. Cow and Chicken, the horrifying creation of Ren and Stimpy, the Mighty Bee, and other different media that looks like every character is either on dope, drugs, or taking crazy pills, anything to make kids do whatever controversial activity presented here. Especially that one biker gang episode that should not be mentioned, but thankfully banned. And let's not forget about the insane comical incarnation of the Lord of Darkness. The Powerpuff Girls. Innocent children, beware and take notice. Everybody loves the PPGs, all cute, smart, tough, and powerful. It made every little kid want to become superheroes to stop evil monkeys, rotten little daddy's girls, amoeba gangsters, male Alvin and the Chipmunk clones, and a flamboyant lobster demon dressed in drag. The movie was equally great, and the reboot was okay. Not really up to the original, but simply okay. Ed, Edd, and Eddy. Get this concept. Three guys are friends due to their names being the same. I mean, what's going to be the spinoff? Chuck, Charles, and Chucky? Or James, Jim, and Jimmy? Another gut-busting classic, but however, in real life, it would be awkward, stupid, but also funny to commit neighborhood hijinks that would cause people to dislike you for the rest of their life. But luckily for the Eds, they finally got accepted in Ed, Edd and Eddy's Big Picture Show. I especially like the transition between summer and fall for each of the seasons. The half, split in half. Like, it used to be summer for some seasons, and then the rest used to be is fall. That's what I mean. Samurai Jack. Created by Genndy Tartakovsky, who also created Dexter's Laboratory and Star Wars, The Clone Wars, the 2003 series to be This happens to be the most epic show on Cartoon Network ever. Catchy theme song, excellent story, and nostalgic, thrilling fight sequences. It was so great that it was brought back for a short while with its fifth season. Though it doesn't have that much dialogue, for it being naturally silent since the show happens to be too cool for words. Phil Lamar's work as Jack and Mako's work as Aku are always still praised. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. There are a lot of ways to make friends. You can simply do the meet and greet. That friend might be a jerk at first, but you can work it out, kind. And even defending them from bullies, but limbo games are no different. The Jamaican Grim Reaper is forced to become friends with the lovable dim-witted Yin and an emotionless deadpan evil Yang. You just gotta feel some sympathy for Grim due to his powers being abused for madness and chaos. Codename Kids Next Door. The typical cliche hangout spots for youngsters is the treehouse. That is, if said treehouse serves as the headquarters for 5 kids who are 5 of many other younglings fighting back against a world filled with evil adults. Memorable and colorful characters and personalities, as Sector V consisting of numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. With their many adventures facing off against the likes of Father, Nightbrace, the delightful children from down the lane, Sticky Beard, and the Toilet Nader. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Imaginary friends, whether they are real or not, are always in the hearts of anyone who used to be impressionable. Mac and Blue put the best in best friends forever, as the latter finds a way to still hang out when Mama says otherwise, and without her even knowing. And while both characters are funny in their own way, Mac happens to be one of the best animated child characters ever to me. And Blue, well, he used to be a good friend in the introduction of House of Blues, but character development occurred and he turned into an obnoxious, jerky pest. Ben 10. How would you spend your summer? How about if aliens were involved? One movie of which in 2009 served the same basis, featuring Ashley Tisdale. The intro song explains everything as an alien device strapped itself upon Ben Tennyson's wrist and gave him the power to transform into multiple different useful and powerful aliens. I've seen both the original and the reboot. Both are which great, but the original has much more screen time on action, but I still love comedy nevertheless. Juniper Lee. Shows about the character being the chosen one is both a blessing and a curse. This 11-year-old girl knows how Spider-Man's life feels like. I'm so glad to find and watch this series. Talking Scottish dog, fights with monsters and demons, and a hardcore grandmother. What else could be said about this underrated but awesome show that would never be forgotten? Chowder. The combination of Looney Tunes, Tasting Time with Zafrank, and Sesame Street, Chowder was, without a doubt, my all-time favorite Cartoon Network show during the 2000s. The slapstick, voice work, Chowder's iconic hat, everything was simply perfect. From the creative food names for each and every character, to the finale, seeing how our little Goku Scooby-Doo hybrid become a good chef.